Hi, this is John Golnick, and you are driving with John as we head out to Gardner, Mass. today. Gardner is one of the new cities in the district. Mayor Hawk, we're going to meet Mayor Hawk, who's endorsed us. He endorsed us a couple of months ago, and we always appreciate his endorsements. We're going out to the Gardner Council on Aging senior picnic, and then after that we'll be going to the Golden Age Club on the Council on Aging, and we'll meet some folks there. And last time we chatted, we were talking about the Ryan Plan and how Representative Tsongas immediately came out after the announcement of Congressman Ryan being selected as the Vice President, attacking his Ryan Plan. But Representative Tsongas does something that a lot where she criticizes, but yet she doesn't propose any solutions of her own. She's been in Congress for 5 years, and she's absolutely proposed no solutions to help fix the jobs crisis that we have in Massachusetts' 3rd District. And the 3rd District is suffering under high unemployment, higher than the state average, 8% unemployment in Lowell. Gardner and Fitchburg, two of the big cities that have recently been added out in the central part of Massachusetts, this is the Commonwealth, are up at 11%. We have 14.5% in Lawrence, and we have 9% in Haverhill and Methuen. So my question to Representative Tsongas is, what is your jobs plan for this district? How are we going to get people back to work? You went ahead and you supported the $800 billion stimulus package that created or saved, and I still have yet to figure out what a saved job is, 3.5 million jobs. That's a cost of $225,000 a job. The president said it was okay to add almost $1 trillion in debt to our current debt load because this would keep unemployment below 8%. Well, for the past 41 months in counting, we've been over 8% in counting, and it hasn't worked. So my question again to Representative Tsongas is, what is your jobs plan to get people back to work? I have one. I've been going around the district discussing it. I talk about the need to lower the corporate tax rate from 35% to 25%. We have the highest corporate tax rate in the world at 35%, and lowering it to 25% would certainly lower it to the OECD, the major industrialized country average, like countries like France and Italy and Germany. The second thing we need to do is we need to extend the Bush tax cuts permanently for everyone. I know that Representative Tsongas thinks the rich should pay their fair share. The rich is defined by the administration as those making over $200,000. That certainly isn't rich. I ask anyone to go into a gas station when they get gas. The owner of that gas station is probably a millionaire. But do they look rich? If you go into a store to get a new set of tires and you see 4 people working in the bays replacing tires, that person who owns that business that pays 4 paychecks is probably a millionaire. But do they look rich? So we need to extend these corporate tax. We need to extend the Bush tax cuts for everyone. A majority of these people that are considered rich are small business owners like the ones I just mentioned, and they have pass-through entities, LLCs, S corporations, where what is being passed, that their business taxes are being passed down to their personal tax. So they're going to see a tax increase. The third thing we need to do is we need to have a 1-year moratorium on the implementation of all regulation so they can be fully reviewed. I think hopefully we can readdress the RAIN Act, which would force Congress to actually have to take an up or down vote on a standalone basis on the implementation of any new regulation. We need to look at the regulations. We need to see what the final cost of these regulations will be. I'm not a laissez-faire capitalist, but I do recognize, and everyone I think recognizes, that regulations increase the cost of doing business, and small business does not bear this on themselves. They actually pass this down to the working men and women of the district, the Commonwealth, and the country. And the last thing we need to do is we need to repeal and replace the Affordable Health Care Act. It's anything but affordable. It has unintended consequences. It's increasing the cost of doing business on businesses across the country. There's a 2.3 medical device tax on medical device manufacturers. It's going to cost the medical device manufacturers, 3 of whom reside in the 3rd District, $100 million a year. That's $100 million that they won't spend on hiring. It's $100 million they won't spend on research and development. In fact, I know for a fact that one of these companies, Boston Scientific, is actually moving their innovation over to Europe. Can you imagine that? Here in the United States, the cradle of entrepreneurship, and these companies are moving their innovation over to Europe. It's shameful. And again, I simply ask Representative Tsongas, what is your jobs plan for this district? And I would encourage any of the constituents of Massachusetts 3rd Congressional District to call the Congresswoman's office and ask that question. What is her jobs plan? This is Driving with John. Check in later. Thank you.